So I'm 19. I've grown two separate businesses to over $10,000 per month within the last 3 years, one of which was drop shipping. One is a social media marketing agency, which is what I'm doing currently. This month, I've done, I believe, about 17.7. Last month, I did 19.9, I think. So basically 20K, put screenshots on the screen as well. But I just want to go over, like, I learned so many things, but I've noticed there's like little small things on what stops a lot of people from actually quote unquote making it, even though I am nowhere near that. But from like outside looking in, it seems like I've done this in a relatively short period of time at a relatively young age as well. And sorry if I'm like sweating stuff. I just got back from the gym. I'm literally in the parking lot right now, but I just had some conviction to shoot a video. So I wanted to just get this kind of message out there. Now, the first thing that I've seen so often, especially now when I have people reaching out, asking me questions, and this was the same thing that stopped me from ever getting started in the first place, is most people shoot themselves in the foot before they even start. And what I mean by that is business, it's honestly 80% of it is just the mindset. Like, if I'm keeping it real with you for a second, business is so simple when you break it down. All you do is you find a problem to solve. And if there's people who are willing to pay for that problem, then you just sell them what you have. And whether it's a product, whether it's a service, which I recommend doing service, that's what I do now, because you can of course charge way higher ticket, $5, $6, $7,000. But it's so simple. So then why doesn't everyone do it? Well, because it's simple, it's not easy. What stops most people, what stopped me, especially as a younger guy as well, and I get a lot of young people reaching out to me, is you automatically in your mind have the limiting belief that, oh, because I'm young, because I'm 16 years old. I had a guy tell me earlier, because I'm 16 years old, I can't do this. Because I'm from a third world country and I'm 7,000 miles away from the US, I can't do this. Well, let me break that limiting belief for you right now. I made my first $13,000 a month online when I was, I think, 16. That was with drop shipping. And I am working with a guy named Yash. He's from India. He just signed a $4,000 client and he's in India. He signed it in Canada. So right there, that's two of your beliefs broken. And what a lot of people don't realize is these things in your mind are subconsciously holding you back from succeeding. Whether you actively acknowledge it or not, even I have some limiting beliefs. That's why I work with mentors as well to help constantly break those, because everyone has them at the highest level. I have imposter syndrome sometimes when you think, oh, when I hit this big goal, this $10,000 a month goal, this is going to go away. But if anything, it gets even bigger. But one thing I have to say is the enjoyment comes from the journey, not the destination, not the outcome. And that leads me to the other thing I've realized is stop focusing on the outputs. Yeah, set goals for yourself. Goals are great. You have something to work towards, but that can be like your long term of like what you ideally want. But what your worth should be put in, or you should look back on your days and your weeks and not look at, did I hit this revenue number? Did I hit this? Did I sign this many clients? But you should be looking and saying, did I do all the inputs I needed to move the business forward? And if you focus on the inputs every single day, you're going to gain skills. And what I've realized is that cash follows skills. So if you gain the skills, the cash is going to follow. Whether it's a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. The thing I've realized though, is what you do today is what's going to dictate the outcome that you get 3 months, 6 months, a year from now. So that's why I was working 12 hours a day 9 months ago. In my first 3, 4, 5 months in my current business, I was making $1,000 or $2,000 a month. And then all of a sudden, boom, 8,000, 10,000. And then from there, it just scaled up. But when you have the skills, the cash follows. And that's what I want you to realize is stop putting your self-worth on the amount of money you're making. And I've honestly seen if you're in business because you need to make money as quick as possible, you're honestly limiting yourself. You're not going to do as well as someone who's just running a business because number one, it's their dream. They enjoy it. It's what they feel like their purpose, their passion is. But two, they're also not so caught up in, okay, I need to make this money to survive. And if you do, then just go get a job on the side. When I started my current business, my social media marketing agency, I was a full-time student playing collegiate soccer as well, which is basically a full-time job on top of that. And I would still spend a couple hours a day in between classes. I would go and cold call. So when people complain about not having time, it's like, if you want it, you make the time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We have the same amount of time as Jeff Bezos. Think about that. And he's multi-billionaire, trillionaire. I don't even know what that dude's worth now. But if you want it bad enough, you make the time and you stop making excuses to other people, but more importantly, you're making those excuses to yourself and justifying that it's okay on what you're doing. When in reality, if you really wanted it, you make the time and you realize that you just need to focus on the inputs. So I wanted this to be a quicker video, but to kind of recap again, those limiting beliefs are silently killing you without you even knowing it. Your age, your location, your prior experience. The thing is, when people say, oh, people aren't going to trust me because I don't have any experience. The thing is, every single person in this world starts with no experience. You think Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk started with just a huge slideshow of just case studies that guy just gave them? No, of course not. That's ridiculous. You need to go out and you need to build it. But the thing is, when you start from the absolute zero, you don't fake case studies. I hate when people do that. Faking case studies, faking testimonials. Like, that's just not ethical at all. That's not good morals. But when you start from zero, you're just being authentic, you're being yourself, and you sign your first client on for $300 up front. Super, super small. But it shows you that, hey, this is possible, and you built this from the ground up without being someone you're not, without faking anything. You just put yourself in this business, you focused on the inputs, and the rest of it followed. Remember, everybody starts from the same place. You're not behind. So focus on, what am I going to do today that's going to give me the skills that's going to then make the cash follow. Don't even think about the cash if you can. Think about, what can I do today that's going to build me the most skills, and just focus on developing those skills. And I promise you, the cash is going to follow. Once you have these skills, it makes it so much easier. All of a sudden, more opportunities get opened up. Even for me, what I've noticed is, as I've been making more videos, my communication has just gone up exponentially, but also I've been putting time and effort into it. I listen to podcast videos on communication as well. And that's just for me a skill. I'm always developing my communication, how I speak, my marketing, my sales, all that sort of stuff. Now, I'm not going to get super go into religion and stuff, but also developing my spirituality, my relationship with Jesus and God as well. And again, though, that's the most important stuff, the skills that you have. And that's what your self-worth should be in, is fulfilling your true potential, and everything else is going to follow. So if I leave you with one thing, just go take action. Stop overthinking it. You're not behind. Today is the best day to start. So just go take action. Stop watching all these YouTube videos and just go crush it. And if you have any questions about any of this, you want to connect with me, you want my advice, I'm always an open book. Feel free to DM me on Instagram below, or it's at noah.help to my name. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you took something from this if you're still watching here. See you guys.